We're going to do a real quick video comparing two different rotations with Doctor Strange in his uniform, because what's the point of Marvel Future Fight if we're not going to share ideas and play around and experiment? So I feel like Doctor Strange is spam now, and I've had other people that I've discussed who are actually really good AB players who say to use a rotation. So I'm going to go ahead and use a rotation that they suggest with a skill rotation, and then I'm going to go ahead and do my spam, and I'm just going to show you the two different rotations. So first we'll go ahead and use one of these suggested rotations, and then we'll go from there. Okay? So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to do 5. You're going to pretty much cancel it right away. Then you're going to do a 1, 2, 3, 4. You let your 4 play out. Then you do 1, 2, 3, 4 as a filler, and you're going to kind of rinse and repeat. And then when 6 is ready, you're going to use your 6 and then do a 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll try the rotation first, see what the score is, and then I'll do my spam. Make sure you're saving your 7. I'm using Ghost Rider to cancel with because he can't cancel for burn. We're doing ABX training mode, and then I will also, again, play this again, and after I've played it with the spam, I'm going to show you the difference on the score, and then I'm going to show you my build. So let's go. Auto attacks as fillers, waiting for it to come down off cooldown. Probably should have gotten that 7 before the 4. It's okay. You'll see here that the 6 is not ready in time to use at the beginning of the next rotation, which sucks, so we're going to use it here. You always wait for the images to appear, at least with the old rotation for the old uniform, to get the most out of it. That is not how I will be playing it when I use it. But again, we're going to do a little bit of a comparison on damage output. I might have missed that roar cancel there. I did. I missed the roar cancel. Let me tighten up that rotation just a hair. We need to give a proper representation of the rotation versus the spam. There we go. We got 7 in front of the 4 too, which is going to be a little bit better for a score anyway. So we're going to save the 7 here so we can get the cancel. As soon as he's targetable, he turns, use it right away. Otherwise, Ghost Rider, because his cancel comes at the very end. So you always want to start out using Ghost Rider as quickly as you can. Probably could have used the 7 there instead of talking, but you know. Like that. And then we'll need to save the next one to get the cancel off. Okay, he's jumping center as soon as he turns. There. Pay attention to what his score is at the different phases of the different roars too. Saving that right there for the last roar, because I don't think I'm gonna have enough time to build it back up, because he's about to jump center here. we go. We got all the cancels off. Probably could still optimize the rotation to do a little bit more damage, a little bit better, making sure I'm always getting my 7 before my 4, for example. There's probably different ways to optimize the rotation, so this is not necessarily the best example of the rotation, but it's still a pretty decent representation of what he's capable of doing on a rotation. Okay, 16.5. That's about average of what I was doing with the last 10 or 15 runs. So let's go ahead and show you the way I recommend using him, which is to spam. Now, when you are spamming his skills, it is important to always let his 4 play out. You are actually going to instantly cancel his 6 because his 6 does do an amplification and a boost. So spam, 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 spam. This is the way I've been playing him. Again, you got to pay attention to the 7. So compare it how you want. I'll show you the build after this run. Okay. Start out the same way, basically. And then as soon as skills are on cooldown, you're just going to use them right away. You don't care which ones they are. Like I said, unless it's 4 you're going to let play out. Notice there, I just instantly canceled my 6. I want you to pay real close attention to what his score is going to be by his first roar. And the second roar. You will see a big difference here in the score. I do have enough time to use another 7. Should be able to charge that back up before his first roar, which is very important. You want to make sure that you're able to cancel the roars. Otherwise, your score is going to plummet. It could have fit another 6 in there. I should have slipped the 6 in again. I'm so used to holding that 6 from the old uniform that even with my new spam suggestion, I can't necessarily play him just right anyway. I probably could have saved that 7 there, but I have a feeling I might have enough time to get it in before he jumps. Yeah, I do. Because now he's going to jump center in a few seconds here, and I'll be able to pull this off. This is actually a little bit lower than what I was just doing earlier. So it tells me I probably, you know, the randomness of spam is going to play a factor in there too. There we go. Much better. The only thing I have not experimented with yet is holding on to the 6, like letting the 6 actually make his images appear and then spamming the rest of the time. That is the one thing I've not experimented with yet. So I guess I could do that after I show you all his build. Because I promised to show you his build, because a lot of people want to know what the builds are. Like, what is this crazy person doing this weird rotation using? $17. So 500,000 more by spamming. I mean, is it possible you can get a tighter and better rotation to get more? Yes. Is it possible there's something else you can do with inside the spammer, kind of combine the two? Also yes. But from my experimentation for the last little bit from this morning and from, you know, since the build hit, a little bit of experimentation I've been able to do, this seems to be the best way to use them, is the spam. Let's see what other people have to say. I'm not the best player in this game, but I'm a huge Doctor Strange fan, so of course I'm going to do my best to figure things out for myself. Let me show his build really quick, and then we will allow it to sit on the 6, and then spam the rest of the time and see if that does anything. Oh yeah, that's right, he's at the very beginning because he's my favorite character, even though I'm not really a huge fan of him being a zombie. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I prefer him to be more like the classic Strange. Some of his other uniforms are a lot better in my opinion, but oh well, it is what it is. So let's start with the uniform. Of course, the uniform is mythic. All options are mythic too. I do this for all of his uniforms because he's my favorite character. He is ranked at 12 right now. He was 11 before I started recording, but other people are working on him. Everything is amplified. Everything is an Odin's Blessing. His skills, of course, are all maxed out because he's a tier 4. I've got his type maxed out. He has an overdrive. Everything's maxed out. I have a 5-star instead of a 6-star artifact. It is a type match, and it is a plus 20. His custom gear is Brilliant Rage. We have 300% at the top. So that's how we have him built. So he's got a pretty decent